Okay, so all things considered, I've been loving the 2025 NFL season. It's been really fun so far. A lot of crazy plays and amazing games have happened. The Buffalo Bills and Eagles and teams like that have lived up to expectations for the most part. There is so many other teams that have been surprising for both good and horrible reasons. And let's just get right into it, because let's talk about the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the Raiders just played the Colts, I think, apparently. I have no recollection of that game ever happening, but at this point, it feels like every single season we get some brand new reclamation story for a quarterback. And honestly, if you call Daniel Jones' redemption arc in 2025, I just have to applaud you, because personally, I did not see that coming anywhere ever. Daniel Dimes, the derp himself, is no more. And what we see now is Indiana Jones in the flesh. He has been amazing this season. And listen, Anthony Richardson should have gotten the job, according to everyone and myself, over the summer, but I owe Daniel Jones an apology, and Shane Steichen as well. It seemed like they were making that move only to save their jobs, but instead, Daniel Jones has transformed the Colts into Super Bowl contenders, maybe? Like, what are we even talking about here? Daniel Jones threw 10 touchdowns and 13 interceptions over the last 2 seasons. The Giants tossed him to the curb under a year ago, and now he's damn near a top 5 quarterback in the league, and top 1 if we're going at success rate individually. And through their first 3 games, and God, we're not even throwing the Raider game into that, okay, because I don't want to, they averaged 34 points per game. And in their first true test of the season, they damn near beat a Rams team who many people would consider a real Super Bowl contender before their meltdown to the Niners, but they would have won that game too if Adonai Mitchell didn't do the thing. It's just really amazing. And the stats back it up too. Daniel Jones is the first player in 90 years to have 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns, and 0 interceptions over the first 3 games of the season. And yes, he still does make some mistakes, but versus the Raiders, he absolutely destroyed us and gave us no chance to breathe ever. And even just last week versus the Cardinals, the fact that he went down the field and had a game-winning drive to save a potential embarrassing loss proves that he can be that guy. Again, don't forget, this is a top draft pick, but still, it's just crazy that Daniel Jones has been amazing this season and has been a top 10 quarterback. Just what a time to be alive. But also, talking about Baker Mayfield, let's look at another positive from this year. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have become just the NFL's version of a team that will never, ever die. They just keep pulling it off. And this Baker Mayfield era has been amazing. Now, at this point, we know Baker Mayfield's good. He's proven that 2 years ago. He proved it last year as well for anyone who wasn't a full believer. And he is just tearing down every team in his path with nothing to work with. It's really amazing, and I feel like it needs to be talked about more. He has done all of this. The Buccaneers are near undefeated with a 4-1 record at this point, with a roster that's being held together by good vibes, basically. Tristan Wirfs, arguably the best left tackle in football, missed the start of the season, and he's still getting himself back into playing shape. Chris Godwin, the same as well. He kind of just came back, but the injury bug has just destroyed the offensive line as well. They have missed like 4 different players. The amount of rotations they've had to make alone is ridiculous. Mike Evans is out, and it just doesn't matter. None of it matters. They opened the year 3-0. All thanks to game-winning drives. Each game winner, game winner, game winner. And the 25-yard game winner to Emeka Egbuka in week 1 was just one of the greatest throws you'll ever see. Against Houston, he had a 4th down scramble on 4th and 10 to set up a win there, which is basically just Baker Mayfield's play style in a nutshell. And even in just the last 2 weeks, he pulled it off versus the Seahawks, ending up going to get a game-winning touchdown. Yes, a defensive play was able to ice it, but still, he was the moving factor in that game to win it for Tampa Bay. And then, versus the 49ers, he won the game without Emeka Egbuka too, having an insane 3rd and 14 quarterback run, and then threw a dime for a touchdown. And since 2024, the only quarterback with a better 4th quarter passer rating than Baker Mayfield's 114.9 is Lamar Jackson. That's how clutch this man has become. It has become the defining aspect of his game. He is that guy in the clutch. You give the ball last to Baker, you will lose. And he's been top 3 in MVP so far this year, and he might just straight up win it. It's just incredible. If you were to win the MVP, that'd be the greatest redemption story in NFL history. So Tampa Bay has just been so surprising to me because of all their injuries and how amazing they've still been. But For all the, the positive teams out there, good vibes for the Bucks, right? They're winning games they shouldn't, and the Colts are, like, really great, but the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, are in the trenches. I just don't even want to, like, go off of the notes here, because starting from last season, or after last season, after the Desmond Ridder, Amir Abdullah fucking horrid experiment to end the season that got us Ashton Denty, that got us Pete Carroll basically, because Antonio Pierce needed to go, we were looking to rebuild with a new culture. With Geno Smith coming from Seattle, we were supposed to have way better quarterback play than what Aiden O'Connell brought us for the majority of last season, and holy fucking shit, this has been an unmitigated disaster. Before the season, let's talk about the O-line specifically, because this is the most publicly massive issue with the team. Going into this season, PFF had us ranked as the 18th expected offensive line heading into the season, which is not terrible. I mean, we did have pieces. Colton Miller is still an amazing player that has been a key cornerstone for this team for about a decade, but also Jackson Powers-Johnson was supposed to take a step forward until we just decided to not have him play center and randomly benched him in week 3. Even though he was like our only good fucking lineman, and our offensive line coach is Pete Carroll's son, who is doing a horrible job. I don't know, man. I was just really hoping for a better offensive line performance, but you can only blame so much on the O-line when Geno Smith has just played the worst football of the last, 6 years. For those of you that don't remember how shit Geno was back in the day with the Jets, this is kind of what you're getting. Geno still has those good plays. Week 1, he looked really good, but holy fuck, man. Versus Chicago, he had one of the worst games of his entire career. He threw the same pass 3 times. All 3 times were horrible picks, and we managed to lose to the Chicago Bears off of a blocked field goal. We are ruining Ashton Denty. The amount of times that he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage is ridiculous. Our center, Jordan Meredith, is one of the worst fucking players I've ever seen in my entire life. Brock Bowers has gotten hurt and he's trying to play through injury. It's just, he doesn't look like the same player. Our defense is Max Crosby and a bunch of nobodies. We have fucking Devin White's fat ass and Jamal Adams at linebacker, and we have absolutely nothing going for us in the future because all 3 teams in our division are just going to whoop our ass this season. It is fucking depressing and we need to blow it up, and I'm tired of these rants every season. Why do I keep believing? However, there's one team that has it worse than us, huh? Who's got it better than us? The Baltimore fucking Ravens. I mean, this has been the most disappointing team of probably the last 5 years, at least to me. I've never seen a team be the Super Bowl favorites to just their season is over in week fucking 5. King Henry was supposed to dominate. Lamar Jackson was supposed to win another MVP after getting robbed, and instead, the football gods had other plans. Injuries have been ridiculous for this team, but that's not the only problem. Kyle Van Noy was injured, Nnamdi Madubuike, Roquan Smith, Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins got hurt, Lamar is hurt. It's a lot. But there is no excuse for what just fucking happened in week 5. They were absolutely mollywopped by the Houston Texans, a team that was in desperate need of a get-right game, got it when they played the Super Bowl favorites before the season in just week fucking 5. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, because we still have to go back to week 1, where holding an insurmountable lead, they allowed Josh Allen to score 16 points in the last 4 minutes to complete a ridiculous comeback, and they just can't close out close games. I don't want to criticize John Harbaugh too much, but it's built into their culture since he came, and I'm worried that under him, they will never win another Super Bowl. And I haven't even talked about the defense yet, because they're just breaking fucking records. No team has allowed more points per game than the Ravens, and it's gonna keep going. The amount of talent on this roster that is being fucking wasted is crazy. The Ravens have been by far the biggest letdown I've seen, like I said, of the last 5 years, let alone this season. But it's not over yet. If Lamar Jackson can come back, you don't want him playing through injury, obviously, because then your season's really fucking over. But if he can come back, Derrick Henry can keep going, and they can fucking fix the defense somehow, like they did last year, there is hope. But damn it, man. The Ravens have really pissed me off this season. But anyways, if you like this video, then subscribe, because I got a lot of videos on the channel just like this one. And if you did like this video, watch this video I did a few weeks back on Tom Brady's time in Tampa Bay. It's pretty good, trust me. And thanks to all my Patreons for pledging tiers. There's some exclusive videos up there if you want to check it out. But anyways, until next time.